Ladies and gentlemen, the show is about to begin. This is the 22nd Annual d.i.c.e Awards. Please welcome your hosts, Jessica Chobot and Greg Miller.
What's up, everybody, huh?
Hello! Hello, everybody, and welcome to the 22nd Annual d.i.c.e Awards. I'm Jessica Chobot.
And I'm Greg Miller.
Now, before we get started, I just wanted to say what an honor it is to be here with everyone who actually half wishes that they were at home playing Apex Legends.
Of course, yeah, or Tetris 99 right now. There was a little bit of confusion about how we're going to be giving out awards this year, so we're going to explain.
Yep.
If you pre-order your award, you can get early access to a demo of it tonight.
Yes, but if you're a Jess and Greg premium subscriber, you
Patron.
could have gotten the full version of your award for half an hour yesterday.
There's a whole spreadsheet online if this is confusing.
Yeah, games are fun.
Yeah, and speaking of which, the d.i.c.e Awards are a celebration of the best and brightest in video games.
Yes, and that means the d.i.c.e Awards are a celebration of you, the developers. So give yourselves a round of applause. Give it up for yourselves. You guys make the games that we love.
Tonight is 100% for you.
Yes, unless, of course, you're on Steam and then it's only 70% for you. I don't write the jokes, I just say them, folks.
Even the Epic Games team was like too far.
No. Greg, can you believe that the d.i.c.e Awards have been happening for 22 years?
No, I can't, Jess. I'm reading in the prompter.
Yes, I can tell. It's amazing to think about how much games have changed over the last 2 decades. 22 years ago, the hottest shooter was GoldenEye.
22 years ago, people were just getting their hands on Final Fantasy VII.
Yes, 22 years ago, Hideo Kojima had just announced Death Stranding.
I mean, you want to feel old? That baby in the Death Stranding video? 50 right now, 50 years old.
50 years old. But you can't say so cryogenically frozen. That said, we actually have to be a little careful tonight. If tonight's show doesn't go well, Nintendo's going to cancel it and then send it to Retro Studios. But I'm actually okay with that because I want a good game.
Yeah, take your time with games, everybody. There's a lot of jokes.
It's fine.
Yeah. But really, everybody give it up for some of the big AAA studios here tonight. And by it, I mean 100-hour work weeks.
But we've learned so much as an industry this year.
We learned that the way we announce games is changing. We learned that single-player experiences are not dead. And perhaps, most importantly, I learned I was attracted to a female version of Bowser.
Yep, you do you, Greg. But let's talk about some of the games nominated tonight. I would like to congratulate Fortnite on being nominated for Online Game of the Year. I love Fortnite, but I do have to warn you, if you win, do not dance or you will get sued. Also, personal note, thank you for making my kid whine to me every friggin' night when I'm trying to put him to bed. Can I have 10 more minutes
It's
of
okay,
Fortnite? What's wrong? Why can't I just have an hour to myself?
No, it's fine. You know, well,
It's not even a joke. That's the truth.
If you can turn around and look at the prompter, ladies and gentlemen, none of that's in there, and it's a little tough on Greg right now, all right? Little tough on Greg. Fortnite also did something unbelievable this year. We're not talking about, of course, uniting the world with an amazing cross-cultural gaming experience or developing a free-to-play business model that is both profitable and healthy for players. No, we're talking about the hardest thing ever achieved in gaming?
Getting Sony to do crossplay.
You broke them? Good job. I want you to think about this. This year, Fortnite held a massive concert featuring Marshmello, and it was over 10 million fans watched it.
Yes, that means a concert in a game where players are supposed to kill each other still ended better than the Fire Festival.
But no Ja. We need Ja Rule, you know?
Yeah, which one did you watch, Hulu or Netflix?
I watched them both, of course. Come on, I'm a journalist.
I gotta still watch Hulu. I like it a lot. Anyway,
okay, fine.
Asides.
God of War has 12 nominations tonight. Now, in interviews, Cory Barlog has said that a lot of the game is based on his experiences as a father. And now, I don't have children, but it really makes me have to ask, Cory, did you murder someone? It's just, these aren't the normal experiences a father and son have.
Boy.
Boy.
And let's talk about one of the biggest games of the year, Red Dead Redemption 2. Forget the controversies. Forget the drama. Red Dead Redemption 2 showed us that if you create a fully realized world with beautifully written characters, you too can make players have a total meltdown if they lose their hat. And it's true.
Are we gonna have another unscripted meltdown, Jess?
Yep, I'd have done that. Also, can I walk a little faster in the camp? That's it.
Great.
That's all I want.
Because I run around at home.
Bit.
You know what I mean? I get it. It's a beautiful game. I'll see it. Just let me walk
Just
a little faster. Marvel's Spider-Man has 11 nominations tonight. Now, this game actually features a shirtless version of a character based on me. So if they don't win tonight, that is literally why.
Yes, thank you for that. Thank you for that meme. And if they win, Insomniac can only get their trophy by chasing a drone through the streets.
Drones and screwball challenges, man, like, not in the sequel. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is nominated tonight for Fighting Game of the Year.
They bragged about including every character in the series, ever, with the slogan, "Everyone is here."
Unlike this year's E3, where the slogan is, "Nobody's coming." Good night. Enjoy your awards.
Oh, man, every time we rehearsed that too, I was like, oh, it still hurts.
It's why they saved it for the end.
With all of that in mind, everyone here, developers, publishers, journalists, fans, give it up for yourselves once again.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are gonna have a great night, so let's get the d.i.c.e Awards started.
Yes. Starring alongside Norman Reedus in the upcoming Hideo Kojima game Death Stranding and co-host of the hilarious new weekly series Retro Replay on YouTube, please welcome Troy Baker.
Wow. Wow.
I love you. I love you.
Holy crap, the jokes. And I get to do one myself, too. The same reason that drew me to be on the set and work on projects like Uncharted 4 and that guy that played it, and Bioshock and The Last of Us. Those reasons that drew me there is the same reason that drew me to be on this stage tonight to present the action game of the year. I'm cheap and I was available. Thank you. Same guy, by the way, voted for that. Somehow the nominees in this first category always find a way to raise the stakes, immerse us in their thrilling gameplay, and make us feel like heroes. Good acting doesn't really hurt that either. So this year was no exception, including 3 Venerable franchises, a much anticipated sequel, and a throwback platformer jumping onto the scene. Here they are.
The nominees for Action Game of the Year are Call of Duty Black Ops 4, Celeste, Destiny 2 Forsaken, Far Cry 5, Shadow of the Tomb Raider.
And the winner is Celeste.
I had nothing prepared for that, that category. I'm as surprised as you are. This is pretty incredible. I mean, those are obviously just insane productions. I mean, our indie budgets don't really go to like 40 million so often. So, I mean, thank you so much. It's a huge honor. And the whole team can't be here. I'm the sound designer. So I'll say Matt, Noel, Amora, Pedro, Lena, Joey, Cole, Jeff. I wish you were here. But I consider this a win for sound people everywhere. Thanks so much.
Please welcome narrative designer at Media Molecule, game columnist, and author of the book In Bed with Games, Cara Ellison.
Wow, this is very tall. Nothing draws you into a story more than a relatable character. And while on the surface it may be hard to relate to a mercenary, a superhero, a god, or an outlaw, we can relate to a daughter searching for answers about her family, a young man who just wants to fit in, a father building a relationship with his son, and a man faced with his own mortality. These are the nominees for Outstanding Achievement in Character.
The nominees for Outstanding Achievement in Character are Assassin's Creed Odyssey, Cassandra.
The choices we make, no matter how small, can put us on a path to greatness.
God of War, Atreus.
You will be better. Can you kill something that big? That wasn't so bad.
God of War, Kratos.
You're not men. We are more than that.
Marvel's Spider-Man, Peter Parker, Spider-Man.
My uncle once said, with great power, there must also come great responsibility.
Red Dead Redemption 2, Arthur Morgan.
Nothing means more to me than this game. As long as we get paid or you get shot, I'm happy.
And the winner is Kratos for God of War.
Power of this weapon, any weapon, comes from here. But only when tempered by this. By the discipline, the self-control of the one who wields it. I'm going to cut off your head now.
Good enough.
I'm so glad I didn't make it to the bar. This character was built by a lot of people. From my great writers, Wow, I didn't think I'd be nervous. Should have worn underwear.
You have matching underwear?
Yeah, I do have matching underwear. It was such a treat to play this character. It was such a. I told my wonderful boss, Shannon, I'm so proud that a woman is the head of our studio. That playing this character changed me. I was very much a child of the 60s and 70s, and it gave you a skewed perception of what determined your worth as a man. And none of it was predicated on being open, being honest, being loving. I would like to think I was on my way there, but with this, I kind of got on the Love Express. Sonny, dog. I said when I met Sonny, who let me know every day that it was his decision to cast me. What, you were 10 when we met, right? You were 10 years old. I said, that's the smartest damn 10-year-old I've ever met. I think he's an old man in a little person's body. But it was a joy, a joy. Danielle, it was an absolute pleasure getting to bounce things off of you and trying to bounce things back. Darling, it was a joy. You are insane, but that's the great thing about this business. We can celebrate everyone's process. Mr. Barlow.
Mr. Judge.
I said this on Twitter, but you truly are proof that nice guys do finish first. Probably not many of you are privy to the intense pressure that Corey was under. And neither was anyone on set, because he never wore it. He never brought it to set. He showed an old man what being a man is. You listen to people and you hear them. You listen to people's suggestions before you nix them.
I really thought you were going to make me cry there.
No, see, that's me. I started to get emotional. I had to go someplace where I was comfortable. He taught me more about being a man than I had learned in 51 years. I watched how he nurtured and how he wasn't afraid of anyone else's ideas, anyone else's knowledge, anyone else's power. He made everyone feel powerful. He made everyone feel more powerful than they were. He made you feel like you're part of the process. He talked with you, not at you. And that is what being a man is. You empower the people around you. You support people around you. You love people around you. You foster a loving environment. And that's what we had every single day. And that is thanks to you, my friend. love you. To my wife, who, you know, we were so immersed in our performances, it was hard for me to let a lot of the angst go when I got home. And my wife was there for me every time I came home to let me know it was all right. And she was the genesis of me learning to talk to people and letting myself be an emotional being. And I love you. The last thing, my daughter has body dysphoria. And this was made clear to me while we were doing God of War. And you can talk about being liberal and being supportive and being loving, but when your daughter tells you, Daddy, I'm a boy, it really tests that. And I found out, man, it's not a test at all. Because when you love somebody, you just love them. And that's the easiest thing in the world. And really, like, working through the stuff between Kratos and Atreus really set the table for me to just be able to listen to someone and hear them out without judgment, without anything preconceived. And I will always be in your debt for that, for allowing me to be ready to hear whatever my child had to say and be okay and be supportive and be loving and give my child a safe place to be every single day. I thank you for that. He looked at my outfit and said, Daddy, are you sure I'm the one that's trans? But anyway, thank you so much, and thank all of you. I would like to thank and congratulate the rest of the nominees. Let's keep making great games.
In video games, we have a wide array of storytelling elements at our disposal, from audio engineers and game designers to animators and programmers. All of those elements individually are brilliant, but it takes a huge team effort to combine them in the most efficient way possible to make your story truly shine. And this year's nominees did just that. Let's take a look.
The nominees for Outstanding Achievement in Story are Assassin's Creed Odyssey, Florence, God of War,
Discipline, the self-control of the one who wields it. That is where the true strength of a warrior lies.
Marvel's Spider-Man,
Gang of costume nutjobs is taking the city apart piece by piece. Time I return the favor.
Return of the Obra Dinn,
What a strong year. Let's have a look. The winner is God of War.
There is much about you
Boy, the longer you wait to tell him his true nature, the more damage you do. He will resent you, and you may lose him forever.
I know the truth isn't simple, but nothing is when it involves your child.
These are the sound guys?
Yes, sound guys. Yeah, like I can follow Chris Judge. A game's story is so much more than writing. So we want to share this with everybody at Santa Monica Studio, our fantastic cast. Yeah. Without all their hard work, everything we do is just kind of words on a page, so we share that with them. I also want to personally thank my family for their undying support over my 20-year career. My amazing wife, Suzanne, and my son, James, who inspires me every single day. Also, I gotta thank the Academy and all the other nominees. Yesterday, I think it showed how our industry can sometimes be unkind. And who we are is kind of defined by our capacity to lift up people when they are struggling. So that's what makes us a family. Thank you. Rich.
Hi. We would also like to thank our fellow writers, Orion Walker and Adam Dolan. Without their talent and dedication, we wouldn't be up here tonight. We'd like to thank Dory, Erica, and Bruno, and the entire narrative team for bringing life and soul into these characters. Thank you to our families and their undying support and patience. Dejda, Henry, I love you. And finally, I want to thank my father, Sergio, for teaching me that the seemingly insurmountable challenges of parenthood can be easily navigated with just a little compassion, humor, and grace. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, former gaming journalist, reviewer, host of the long-running series X-Play, and now at Bonfire Studios, Morgan Webb.
So we all know that online gaming has come a long way, because back in the day, if you wanted to play a game with people, you had to invite them and their CRT to your house. But now, of course, you can play with people from anywhere in the world without breaking your back. This year's nominees for Online Game of the Year offered the best online gameplay experiences while allowing us the freedom to play with whoever and wherever we want. Let's take a look.
The nominees for Online Game of the Year are Destiny 2 Forsaken, Fortnite, Laser League, Red Dead Redemption 2.
Come on.
Anyone inside there?
Sea of Thieves.
And the winner for Online Game of the Year is Fortnite.
Thank you. All right, so anyone who's worked on Fortnite or is tangentially involved at all from Epic, like stand up really fast. Quickly, please, guys, stand up, stand up. So look around. So we we represent just the tiniest portion of the team and of the people that make Fortnite. And we just thank you so much for this. So I think all of us, right? We get to work in this amazing new medium where we're trying every day to just delight the people that are playing our games, whether that delight is bringing them joy or bringing them terror or bringing them sadness or whatever it is. It's all about that delight. And we often use the example of we stare at the ceiling. I spend every night staring at my ceiling, trying to fall asleep. And I think probably all of you do this, just thinking, what can we do to push this medium forward? And I think we all think that we're on the cusp of this new medium of expression. And I think we have this awesome opportunity. I mean, look at the stuff that we are starting to do in Fortnite and to do in all the games that you guys are making that are really changing the way that we interact with agency, that we interact with our emotions, that we interact with the worlds that we engage in. I think that we're so lucky to be able to work in this business. And I'm so glad that we can stand united in the idea that we're all game developers. It doesn't matter what your title is. It doesn't matter if you are providing food, if you work in accounting, if you're on the legal team, if you are an engineer, if you're an artist, if you're a sound designer, if you're a writer, and think of all the subcategories that go even beyond that. We are all game developers. We're all in this business of entertainment. And we need to all remember that. We're all one team. And we're all engaged in this idea of bringing interactivity to storytelling. And I think that over the next 20, 30, 40 years, we're going to see things that are just unbelievable. And it's us creating this new language. And I'm just so excited for all the new words that all of us are adding to this language of entertainment. Thank you so much. You inspire us every day. Thank you.
Please welcome back our hosts, Jessica Chobot and Greg Miller.
So before we get to the next bit of the show, Greg and I have a quick announcement.
We wanted to let you all know there are 2 after parties happening this evening.
Yes, there's one big after party where everybody's invited, and then also there's a separate Sony after party that they're throwing just for themselves.
There will be no cross-partying unless if you work on Rocket League or you work on Fortnite, then you're allowed to go in between.
Yeah.
But everybody else, you gotta choose.
And so now that that's out of the way, here's how the Academy of Interactive Arts and Sciences vote to determine the finalists and winners that we are celebrating tonight.
Thank you for joining us for the 22nd Annual d.i.c.e Awards, a celebration of the very best interactive entertainment has to offer. All titles nominated this evening play on commercial platforms and are publicly available. Every award given out tonight has been peer evaluated. For each category, there is a panel made up of individuals with experience in each respective field of craft or genre category. These dedicated individuals play every title submitted and vote to determine the finalists. Then, through our certified voting process, the finalists in each category are presented to over 30,000 active members of the Academy in order to select the winners. Thanks to all of you in this room tonight, our industry continues to evolve quicker than any other in terms of story, technology, innovation, and new experiences. Your nominations and victories this evening are well earned. On behalf of the President of the Academy, the Board of Directors, and all Academy members, congratulations, and thank you for being so extraordinary.
Please welcome PlayStation 4 lead system architect and AIAS Hall of Fame award recipient, Mark Cerny.
To be a game designer is to be a living, breathing contradiction. You need the originality of an artist, yet the technical expertise of a programmer. The creative eye for graphical design, yet logistical mind for level flow. The imagination of a child, yet the wisdom of an adult. Here are the nominees for Outstanding Achievement in Game Design.
The nominees for Outstanding Achievement in Game Design are God of War.
Remember, accuracy over speed.
Into the Breach. Marvel's Spider-Man.
I think you guys need a little more plan in your escape plan.
Return of the Obra Dinn. Subnautica.
Utilizing alien resources is a proven survival strategy. Explore, study, catalog new species.
And the award goes to God of War.
All right. Thank you so much, everyone. The God of War team it's a huge design team, as you probably could take a guess. And there are so many people from so many design disciplines that come together really sort of under the banner of trying to make what we call industry-leading action adventure. That's the thing we're always trying to achieve together. But what we hear from players a lot is they love the variety in this game. More than anything, the thing that unites all of our voices in Santa Monica Design Studio and all of the people who support the design team is variety. We have an extraordinary team that is built with diversity as a pillar of the team. And that variety comes from that diversity. So I couldn't be more proud to be part of Santa Monica Studios. Thank you to Shannon and Ken and Yumi and David and Sean and everyone who creates that environment, because it's sort of not about where you come from at Santa Monica Studios, it's about what you check into Perforce. So thank you very much.
So, even as a game developer, I find the rate at which technology advances to be dizzying at times. This last year was no exception. The nominees for Outstanding Technical Achievement were both masterfully engineered and flawlessly executed. Let's take a look.
The nominees for Outstanding Technical Achievement are Astrobot Rescue Mission, Battlefield 5, God of War, Marvel's Spider-Man, Red Dead Redemption 2,
And the winner is Red Dead Redemption 2.
Arthur, let's go, quick!
So unfortunately, the team could not be here tonight, so let's just give them a big round of applause.
Please welcome back our hosts, Jessica Chobot and Greg Miller.
So it takes a great developer to make a great game.
But it takes a visionary to turn that game into a global entertainment phenomenon.
Yes, so over the last 9 years, she's responsible for expanding Halo as a leader across the entire entertainment industry, including video games, television series, New York Times best-selling novels, action figures.
PJs. Just saying I have Master Chief PJs. Sorry.
Oh, wow, Greg, that's really cool.
I just wanted to talk. You're getting a lot of lines in
Great.
this. Okay, whatever.
Not only is she an exceptional creative and proven executive, she's also a masterclass on women in leadership in the gaming industry. Let's give a great round of applause to Microsoft Corporate Vice President and Head of 343 Industries, Bonnie Ross.
Here to present tonight's Hall of Fame award, please welcome the head of Xbox, Phil Spencer. Knock him dead, man.
I have the incredible privilege tonight of introducing you to one of the most talented and dedicated members of Team Xbox, a fighter who has helped shape Xbox into what it is today, a global ambassador for STEM whose impact has cascaded throughout our industry and far beyond, a fierce partner and parent to Reed and JoJo and wife to Rob, who are here in the audience tonight celebrating with us. And most of all, my good friend, the head of 343 Industries, Bonnie Ross. Now, what you might not know about Bonnie is she's a legend at Microsoft. Back in the early days, when Bill was just a millionaire, Balmer had hair, and I had a mullet, Bonnie joined the company's co-ed basketball league. The league was technically just for fun, but this is Bonnie. She convinced one of her colleagues to be her team's coach. Now let's be clear, no other team in this rec league had a coach. Her team wasn't even in the highest competitive bracket. In fact, they were in the lowest, the C League. But Bonnie believed, and always believes, in bringing out the best in everyone, especially herself. And for Bonnie, that means being driven, working harder, never ever quitting, passing to others, and leading with the ability to throw an occasional elbow, which I know about. Basketball is how Bonnie actually got her start in gaming. In 1994, Microsoft was looking to develop sports games. The company believed that she was the most qualified person to run the basketball game. And we were right. And then 10 years later, when we were looking for someone to take over Xbox's most storied and iconic franchise, we knew we needed a leader who would be incredibly creative, who was intensely committed to a vision, and who could inspire and motivate a team by words and occasionally elbows. We needed a leader who was brave, because it can be daunting to take over a franchise from its creators. And in Bonnie Ross, we found all of that and so much more. We found fearlessness. Because Halo is why Xbox exists today. It could only be helmed by Bonnie with her fearless commitment to this incredible world. The reason why so many people trust Bonnie is for this fact alone. She's driven by an intense commitment to her vision to give hope to the world. She has total clarity about her purpose to empower the hero in all of us. For us in this room, we know Bonnie best as studio head dedicated to sharing her passion for merging art and storytelling. And that's why she's one of the defining world builders in gaming. Bonnie's impact reaches well beyond our industry. There came one of these turning moments in both of our careers when Bonnie looked at me and said, "You go get promoted. I have real work to do." And she did. She created a third job for herself. In addition to being a studio head and a parent, Bonnie is one of STEM's most powerful, most ardent, and most effective ambassadors. In the 20 years we've worked together, Bonnie has encouraged, mentored, molded the education and careers of countless individuals, particularly women, children, and underrepresented minorities. Bonnie's career, extensive outreach, and tireless advocacy have more than shattered expectations. She herself has become a living hero, showing young women and men around the world that they too can succeed here in STEM, here in tech, and here in gaming. That they too can build a better world. Let's take a look.
One woman's enduring passion for technology and storytelling would help shape some of the most iconic video games in history and transform Halo into a global transmedia franchise. Growing up in Colorado, Bonnie Ross was a competitor from the start. She started early in sports and challenged herself in studying both writing and engineering. In college, Bonnie's competitive spirit earned her an internship at IBM, which led to a technical communications position at Microsoft. But Bonnie yearned for something that would better match her creative passions. Taking a chance, she joined the fledgling PC game team at Microsoft in 1994 and helped create NBA Full Court Press. Over the next 4 years, Bonnie continued to work on successful sports titles and found her passion for game development. In 1998, she helped build a brand new PC game studio for Microsoft. While there, she had the opportunity to partner with Alexei Pajitnov, the creator of Tetris.
So basically, she was one of the great team maker I ever met.
From there, Bonnie pitched Zoo Tycoon and saw its success among many other action-filled narrative projects. Eventually, she accepted an offer to join the development team for a top-secret project, codenamed Xbox. In 2004, Bonnie rose to the position of general manager and head of production for the Xbox gaming portfolio. She worked with some of the industry's leading development teams on legendary gaming franchises.
She acted as executive producer on Gears of War. She always fought hard to do what was best for the game, putting developers and players' interests ahead of commercial interests.
We just sat down and started talking, and it was really apparent right away that she was in charge, and you better get your shit together.
In her time at Xbox, Bonnie witnessed the beginnings of Halo Combat Evolved and continued to be a part of the series through the releases of Halo 2 and Halo 3.
She had read The Fall of Reach multiple times, and every other piece of media and print that we had put out there.
With Bungie's departure from Microsoft in 2007, Bonnie's career and the future of the Halo franchise took a bold new turn.
Bonnie came to me and was super passionate about the Halo franchise, the Halo universe. She thought it could be our Star Wars. She convinced me and other senior leaders in the Xbox organization to let her have the keys to the franchise.
She was, for us, an obvious leader to take it on. She had managed some of our biggest franchises. She had managed teams incredibly well. She'd attracted great talent.
And with the newly formed 343 Industries, Bonnie did more than just continue the legacy of Halo. She charted a new and unlimited future.
Bonnie thought a lot about how we should think about the franchise and really bring it to life across different mediums.
She sees not just where the pebble's going to hit the pond, but also where the ripples are going to hit the shore.
Leading the development of core successes like Halo 4 and Halo 5 Guardians, Bonnie also expanded the series to strategy, mobile, and even arcade games. Under Bonnie Ross's leadership, Halo became a transmedia leader, expanding into comics, consumer products, toys, anime, motion pictures, an upcoming Showtime television series, and a dozen New York Times best-selling novels.
Bonnie's always had a great understanding of pop culture, a great understanding of
how stories fit into our lives.
Today, as a studio head and the lead for the largest Xbox franchise, Bonnie uses her story to empower women and underrepresented minorities to use technology to drive creativity, art, and storytelling. Her work with the Ad Council She Can STEM campaign drives home how young women have the power to bring new worlds to life.
Today, people are like, of course, right? Diverse voices and different perspectives lead to better product. What I think started as something very personal for her has turned into something that is a corporate value for the company, and I think she's been a big part in growing that.
I want to congratulate and welcome you, Bonnie, to the Hall of Fame. We can't wait to see what you create next.
For her achievements, for creating enduring universes, and for her continued dedication as a leader, mentor, and creator, tonight we honor her as the 2019 inductee to the Academy of Interactive Arts and Sciences Hall of Fame. Ladies and gentlemen, Bonnie Ross.
Thank you. That's the first time Phil and I have hugged in the 20 years we've known each other, so that alone is worthy. Thank you so much. It's such an honor to be here with all of you. You know, the brand pillars for the Halo universe are hope and wonder, humanity, and heroism. And I want to take a moment to thank the heroes in my life. First, thank you to the amazingly talented team at 343. It's a privilege to serve alongside of you. Thank you to Bungie for creating this epic sci-fi world that I have the honor of stewarding. Thank you to Phil Spencer, Shane Kim, and Matt Booty for having faith in me and giving me the keys to this extraordinary world. And thank you to my wonderful kids, Reed and JoJo, and my amazing husband, who said after a year of marriage, I thought I was just marrying you, but there are 3 people in our marriage, you, me, and Xbox. I don't think he thought it was a compliment. Thank you to AIAS and the women and the men in our industry. And most importantly, thank you to the fans for your enthusiasm and support for the world of Halo. When I was 10, my career goal was to be a professional athlete. I'm not saying I was talented enough, but like many kids, I believed I was. My school had a kids magazine, and one month there was an article about Babe Dietrichson, one of the greatest female athletes of all time. She was an early trailblazer and excelled in many sports, and in 1932, she won 3 Olympic medals. The magazine article was about her childhood, when she, Mildred Dietrichson, would hit so many home runs in the neighborhood baseball games that she earned the nickname of Babe Dietrichson after Babe Ruth. As I read the article, a new vision materialized for me. Babe Ruth was a national hero. He was also my dad's childhood hero. But Babe Dietrichson was a hero that I could be. She inspired me to dream about being a hero. After I read the article, I went to my dad and I told him, did you notice that my initials are the same as Babe Ruth? BR, Bonnie Ross. And I said, do you think it's a coincidence, me alluding to my potential professional sports career? My dad just looked at me and said, Babe's real name wasn't Babe, it was George, and you need to get a real job. And so I did. I got myself the best possible job, not just in one world, but 2. Like many of you, when Halo Combat Evolved released in 2001, it changed my perspective on gaming. I didn't just fall in love with the game, I fell in love with the universe and the potential of the Halo universe. In my mind, Halo is a universe worthy of devotion. Master Chief is humanity's last hope, and Master Chief is you, and you are the hero. My first E3 was, I think, in '95, and I just moved over from working on core Microsoft tech with mostly men. As we were setting up the booth, there was a group of women walking the E3 floor, and I thought, how refreshing. I finally get to work with women. I don't know why it wasn't a flag to me that these women were exceptionally beautiful, but the next day, these women were dressed up in way less than the rest of us. They were booth babes, and I will admit I was a bit heartbroken. Fast forward 20 plus years, and we've come a long way, and it makes me so proud to be part of this industry. This year, we've honored Amy and Jade, gifted trailblazers who are inspiring future generations to dream about being heroes. And as an industry, I think we should celebrate the strides we've made as creators, with a multitude of new perspectives, a spectrum of new stories, and a vast range of new characters. As we look at our real world today, I know our role as game creators is bigger and more important than we think. 20 years ago, gaming was relegated to the basement. Today, we stand alongside Hollywood, but as interactive entertainment. We create worlds and we conceive stories that inspire players to become their own heroes for a real world that desperately yearns for new heroes, of all shapes, of all sizes, of all abilities, all colors, and of all genders. Creating heroes for everyone is a noble cause worthy of all of our devotion. And to quote my favorite hero, Master Chief, I think we're just getting started. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, senior game artist at Valve, Jane Ng.
When most people play video games, they're focused on achieving their next objective. When I play, I'm admiring the tree line in the distance, the texture of my character's clothes, or how the color palette shifts from orange to purple as the sun goes down. As a game artist, I can't help but appreciate the beautiful work, and this year's nominees for Outstanding Achievement in Art Direction definitely had me taking the scenic route. Let's take a look.
The nominees for Outstanding Achievement in Art Direction are Detroit, Become Human. God of War. Grease. Marvel's Spider-Man.
No pressure, right?
Red Dead Redemption 2.
And the winner is God of War.
Wow, this is amazing. I'd like to thank d.i.c.e and all of the incredible nominees that are here tonight. You can see what is truly possible to achieve in artistry. The tech that's available allows us to express anything now, almost, that comes to our imagination, which is amazing, so thank you for that. We're here accepting this award on behalf of an incredibly diverse group of men and women at Santa Monica Studio that poured their heart into making God of War. And we couldn't have done this without them. All of us have worked so hard, dedicated ourselves to honing our ability in art and working on our craft, that to be receiving an award like this tonight and to be acknowledged in this way is a true honor, so thank you.
And we also just want to thank our fans for their support and enthusiasm. It really kind of lifts us up. And a big thanks to our friends and family who've encouraged us throughout the making of this game. We truly couldn't have done it without you. Thank you so much.
And also a special thank you to Corey Barlog, Shannon Studstill, Yumi Yang, Ken Roy, and everybody at Sony that believed in this game and really pushed us to achieve something incredible. Thank you.
Yep.
An expert animation team makes you feel what it's like to charge at lightning speed up a snow-capped mountain, or fire yourself in a blur down the streets of Manhattan with miles of buildings and skyscrapers whizzing by. Each of these incredible teams made us feel something spectacular this year. These are the nominees for Outstanding Achievement in Animation.
The nominees for Outstanding Achievement in Animation are God of War, Grease, Marvel's Spider-Man,
License and registration, please.
Moss, Red Dead Redemption 2,
And the winner is Marvel's Spider-Man.
Wow. On behalf of all of us at Insomniac, and especially our animation team, thank you to the Academy, thank you to our fans, thank you especially to our partners, Sony, Sean, Scott, Grady, Ara, Joe, Connie, am I forgetting anybody? Joe, Ara, Shu, right there. I said Scott, thank you guys. Your partnership means everything to us, and especially as well our partners at Marvel, and I think maybe you can say a couple words.
Yeah, obviously this game would not be possible without our amazing partners at Marvel. So Jay Ong, Bill Roseman, Mike Jones, Eric Monticelli, Becca McIntosh, Luke, and everybody else, thank you. Obviously also want to thank our amazing kick-ass animation team to bring this character to life. From someone who's a fan for so long of this character, to see it brought to this, to be able to be Spider-Man was an amazing feeling. So thank you to our amazing animation team and the rest of Insomniac.
And one more thing. We also want to thank our hardworking actors too, who are out there day in, day out with us, helping us realize who these characters were, bringing them to life, and helping us create the magic behind the game. So thank you all, and thank you for tonight. Appreciate it.
Please welcome back our hosts, Jessica Chobot and Greg Miller.
Holy fucking shit, Spider-Man finally won one. Awesome. About time.
Now, with more and more titles being released every year, competition in specific genres is fiercer than ever before.
And while we'd like nothing more than to drop them all from a flying bus on a deserted island, have them fight to the death, There are more humane ways of figuring out which game came out on top.
Yes, like rolling them all into one big fighting game and seeing who gets knocked out of bounds first.
Yeah. Or we could just do it the old-fashioned ways and have you, their peers, vote on which games you liked best.
Granted, less fun, but definitely more effective. Here are the awards for Racing, Sports, Fighting, and Family Game of the Year.
The nominees for Racing Game of the Year are Forza Horizon 4, F1 2018, Wreckfest, and the winner is Forza Horizon 4. The nominees for Sports Game of the Year are EA Sports FIFA 19, Mario Tennis Aces, MLB The Show 18, and the winner is Mario Tennis Aces. The nominees for Fighting Game of the Year are Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle, Dragon Ball Fighters, Soul Calibur 6, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and the winner is Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. The nominees for Family Game of the Year are Astrobot Rescue Mission, Kirby Star Allies, Lego DC Supervillains, Starlink Battle for Atlas, Unravel 2, and the winner is Unravel 2.
Please welcome film director of Kong Skull Island and attached to direct the Metal Gear Solid movie, as well as the Seth Rogen-produced miniseries Console Wars, Jordan Vogt Roberts.
Hi, I'm your resident-looking homeless man of the night. For me to say it's been a fun week here at d.i.c.e is actually sort of the understatement of the century, because I hope you guys actually realize how incredible it actually is for all of you to be in the same room, because in the film industry, this would be impossible. Like you couldn't get such heavy hitters and you couldn't get such great minds all together to just talk about like, hey, how do we improve our industry? It would never happen in film. So to me, I just wanted to come and really look at this. It's truly incredible. You're all amazing. And for me, it's incredible just being able to interact with such great artists and world builders who inspired me as a child, full throttle, and continue to inspire me as an adult. And frankly, I think put a lot of the people in film to shame. So, hats off. I'm going a little off script here, and I might get in trouble for this. But last night I ran into somebody from Valve who will not be named, and asked me, what's taking so long with the Metal Gear Solid movie? To which I replied, Half-Life 3, and walked away. Anyhow, Bad North, Frostpunk, Into the Breach, Northgard, and Rimworld, no, those are not names of Norwegian black metal bands. They are in fact Strategy Simulation Game of the Year. And these nominees flawlessly executed their ability to plan, strategize, and achieve their objectives and give players a seminal experience. So let's take a look.
The nominees for Strategy Simulation Game of the Year are Bad North, Frostpunk, Into the Breach, Northgard, Rimworld,
The winner, I feel like you can't say this name without being very like, Into the Breach!
Wow. Who would have thought years of working from home, interacting with 5 people a week wouldn't prepare you for public speaking? So first of all, I have to thank Matthew Davis, the other half of Subset Games, who obviously we wouldn't be able to make this game without. Also, both of our partners and our families, because without them, we probably would have starved to death. Thanks to everyone else on the team and to all of our fans and all the people who helped us throughout the difficult process of making this game, which took way too long by my standards. I don't know how you guys do it. 5 years is a long time, but thank you also to everyone in the Academy and everyone who voted and all the other amazing games. It's really an honor always to be meeting people who've experienced our games and they explain how it's influenced them or helped shape their own work. And I feel like I, most of the time, should be saying like, oh wait, that's me. I should be thanking you. So without this sort of amazing sense of sharing in this industry, I don't think we would be able to make any of these games. So thank you to everyone who's inspired us as well. So, cheers.
That sound designer's really trying to upstage my beard by coming up here twice, but I kind of got him beat on that. When I was told I was presenting Role-Playing Game of the Year, I told the people at d.i.c.e that I thought it was a perfect opportunity for me to give a TED Talk that I wrote and was promptly rejected about my love of Chrono Trigger. So it's about 40 minutes. If you guys want to hear it, I think they'll be fine with it. But they told me that they didn't think that was a funny joke, and I told them Chrono Trigger isn't a joke, it's a way of life. But seriously, it's a testament to the fact that great RPGs are defined by the characters we get to embody and the worlds that they inhabit. And as another aside, if you want to know how emotionally stunted I am, one of the most impactful moments of my upbringing was Sephiroth killing Eris. Spoiler alert, 20 years later, I'm an adult boy. This year's nominees include a mercenary Spartan in ancient Greece, a reincarnated legend from an elusive age, a monster hunter in a strange new world, a young king in search of a new kingdom. A lot of people in search of things right now. And a seafaring watcher traversing the Deadfire Archipelago. You know, normal everyday things we can all relate to. Here are the nominees for Role-Playing Game of the Year.
The nominees for Role-Playing Game of the Year are Assassin's Creed Odyssey, Dragon Quest XI, Echoes of an Elusive Age, Monster Hunter World, Ni no Kuni 2, Revenant Kingdom.
Ready for this?
Pillars of Eternity 2, Deadfire.
And the winner of JRPG of the Year is Monster Hunter World.
Thank you. Thank you. ですね、日本でこの報告を、開発スタッフが一番、待ち望んでいると思うんですけど、今すぐ、電話で報告したいぐらい嬉しいです。
So, just hearing this award, we're just happy about this award, and we just want to call Japan and just let the dev team know about this.
今日この賞をいただきましたので、日本へのお土産は必要なくなりました。
Because we have this award, maybe we don't need a souvenir for our Japan team.
このモンスターハンターワールドの開発には本当に多くの方に協力していただいて、そして応援していただいて完成したタイトルになっています。この開発に協力してくださった方々、応援してくださった方々、本当にありがとうございます。
Monster Hunter World was supported by a lot of people, so we would like to thank everyone who was involved to create this project. Thank you very much.
この賞の超励みに、これからも、日本での開発スタッフと一緒に、開発、これからも頑張っていきます。Thank you.
We would like to keep working hard and make great games again. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, the artist, game maker, and developer behind such hits as Call of Duty World War II and Dead Space, Glenn Schofield.
Hi, everybody. Well, if I'm like every other presenter, I guess I should be going off the script right now. I guess technically I just did, but so I have one question. Who doesn't love an android revolting, axe swinging, web slinging, gun drawing, ghost ship investigating adventure? Anybody? Good. Well, these are your nominees for Adventure Game of the Year.
The nominees for Adventure Game of the Year are Detroit Become Human, God of War,
Have
faith in him.
I can hold on!
Marvel's Spider-Man. Red Dead Redemption 2. Return of the Obra Dinn.
Come on before she kicks off.
And the winner is God of War.
Hold on, boys! Fight!
Do you want me to talk? Oh, that's what I do. Hey everybody, how's it going? First, I want to thank every single game that was not only nominated, but that all of these people in this room actually slaved over and made this year and shipped this year. Please clap your hands for all these people who actually shipped the fucking game this year. You know, these things are made by very large groups of people, and I would love to sit up here and name every single person on the team, but I would miss somebody and they would probably punch me in the face. So what I'm going to do is just really, from the bottom of my heart, every single person at Santa Monica who came in and who disagreed with me and came up with a better idea every single day, who went back to their desk and came up with a better way to do something, who went above and beyond what was ever asked. And to be quite honest, I'm just going to totally put all the cards on the table. Most of the time, the bar I had was here, and you guys brought it up here, but I totally made it seem like I was up here. So that is amazing. You surprised me and made me proud every single day. And I am thankful, not only to be part of that studio, but to be part of an industry that I think works very hard to support each other. Right? And I think we have a long way to go, for sure, but we're doing a pretty damn good job. So thank you, everybody. You gotta go this way.
Please welcome Creative Director at Supergiant Games, the makers of Bastion, Transistor, Pyre, and the newly released Hades, Greg Kasavin.
The boundaries of what games can do are nowhere in sight. The art form continues to evolve year after year, and it's thanks in no small part to independent games, created by smaller teams from around the world. The following titles may have lacked the kind of development resources or marketing exposure of your average AAA project, yet they broke through the clutter with a remarkable design, unique atmosphere, and inspiring vision. Let's take a look at this year's nominees for Outstanding Achievement in an Independent Game.
The nominees for Outstanding Achievement for an Independent Game are Celeste, Florence, Into the Breach, Minute, Return of the Obra Dinn,
And the winner is Celeste.
Hi again. So I want to thank the Academy for giving indies a seat at the table. It's pretty incredible. Thanks so much. And as well, yeah, thanks. Yeah, right? And I do want to thank our player base as well. I mean, the responses last, you make a game, you hope people respond, and like, holy crap, just release day was nuts, and it's been amazing ever since. Very humbling. The speedrunning community is flourishing. Thanks a lot to all y'all out there. I'll watch it online. Yeah, hey, Twitch chat, you're all great. Thanks a lot. Be nice, please. And then further, I want to thank the nominees for this category, like Lucas and Justin, and like Minutes, fucking amazing, and just making something that makes the world sit up and take notice. Just keep making cool stuff, all right? Thanks a lot, guys. Cheers.
Though they happen to fit right in your pocket, the nominees for this year's Portable Game of the Year are larger than life and packed with inspiration and imagination. They let you do everything from defy the laws of gravity, play as a hole in the ground, become a dragon at the touch of a button, bounce on giant mushrooms as an oddball Viking, and even experience the joys and other accompanying emotions and sensations of falling in love. Here are the nominees.
The nominees for Portable Game of the Year are Dundara, Donut County, Dragalia Lost, Florence, Oddmar,
And the winner is Florence.
Thank you all. Thank you all very much. Honestly, we are accepting this on behalf of the amazing team at Mountains. They're based in Australia. I have no idea what time it is for them right now, but we could not be more proud of you. This is absolutely fantastic. To Ken and Kamina and Sam and Tony and everybody else, really, you're such an amazing partner. We're so proud of you. Thank you for all of your hard work. Really, we wouldn't be standing here without teams like you and everybody out there who's making such amazing games and inspiring people to be vulnerable and talk about things like relationships and love and life. And we've received so many emails and just stories about heartbreak and love, and I think it creates a whole new conversation. So it's a fantastic thing to be a part of. To Megan Ellison and everybody at Annapurna, thank you so much for your ongoing trust and support. And to all the nominees and everybody here tonight, a big thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the film and video game composer of such titles as Journey, The Banner Saga, and Assassin's Creed Syndicate. Please welcome the Grammy-nominated Austin Wintory.
So, I liked the anticipation of this might be interesting. In writing a score for a game, you quickly learn that the gameplay, story, music, all of it have a sort of symbiotic relationship. And the way that the character interacts with their environment will directly impact the energy and rhythm of the music, and that everything needs to always be working in tandem together. It's insanely confusing, it's a mess, it's trial and error until you get it right. You usually don't, but when you do, it's completely worth it, because someday sometimes, in those rare, amazing, happy little moments, you get this very loving message on Twitter that's like, hey, bro, is there even music in video games? And it's a true story. No scars at all. So anyway, there is, despite that, every year, amazing music written for video games. And this year's no exception. Here are the nominees for Outstanding Achievement in Music.
The nominees for Outstanding Achievement in Original Music Composition are Detroit, Become Human.
Violence is the only language humans understand.
Forgotten Anne. God of War. Marvel's Spider-Man. Tetris Effect.
Show me what you were made of, 'cause I'm always with you.
All right, and the winner, God of War.
Thanks, folks. It is a real honor just to accept this on behalf of so many people that contributed to this score, so many talented musicians and engineers and production folks. But first off, I think let's just give it up for Bear McCreary and his team for just writing just a brilliant score. So I also want to acknowledge the Sony Interactive Music Group, Chuck Dowd, Keith Leary, and everyone else that I work with there are just brilliant and passionate and just put their heart and soul into every project that we do. So I want to tell you just sort of a funny story about the score for this game. So when we first heard that about the, kind of the new story, the new sort of Kratos and Atreus, we kind of just had this wacky idea, and the idea was like, hey, let's go to Iceland and have the people there sing songs in Old Norse about Kratos and Atreus. We're like, okay, whatever. But then we presented it to Corey and to Matt and Rich, and they went with it. So then we had to actually do it. And the score wound up taking us to, of course, to Iceland. We had musicians in Los Angeles, in Nashville, in Prague, Copenhagen. This little town in Germany that I can't quite remember with a guy who was master at the Nyckelharpa. So there was a lot of work, there's a lot of production that went into this, and I just have to acknowledge everyone at Santa Monica Studio, Shannon, Corey, Yumi, Ken, Matt and Rich, everyone. It's just, we're just so blessed to work with such a creative team. Thank you so much for that. I also want to acknowledge just the leadership at Worldwide Studios, just for their commitment to excellence. Without you, we wouldn't be able to stretch and do some of these wacky things, so we really appreciate that. Thank you so much for that. And tomorrow's Valentine's Day, everybody. Good opportunity to just turn to the one that you love, that's supporting all of us while we're doing this kind of work. Laura, I'm thinking of you right now. Anyway, to everyone, thank you so much. This is a real honor. Appreciate it. Thank you.
hundreds of thousands of sounds go into making a game. Think about it. The sound of a fist punching an enemy is very different than the sound of a fist punching a wall. Spoken, I guess, from experience. And you might be asking yourself, why would a player choose to punch a wall when there's an abundance of enemies? Sound designers don't get to ask that question. They're just told, give us 10,000 wall punches. We're still searching for these and similar answers, but thank you to the sound designers that bring it all to life. This is, in fact, Kevin Regami's category here. Let's take a look at the nominees for Outstanding Achievement in Sound Design.
The nominees for Outstanding Achievement in Sound Design are Battlefield 5, Detroit: Become Human, God of War,
Quiet. I have him. Your knife boy.
Marvel's Spider-Man, Moss,
And the winner of Achievement in Sound Design, God of War.
Crazy. I didn't think I'd be up here today. This is remarkable. I first want to say thanks to our Santa Monica Studios family. Without you guys building such a beautiful world and creating a backbone for us to build upon, I don't think we'd be up here today. You inspire us every day with your work. I'd personally like to thank Corey, Shannon, Yumi, Ken, Ariel Lawrence, Mike Quist, Shannon Moon for being advocates and cheerleaders for audio, to have like just as much of an input and presence in this game as every other department, and giving us just as much of a moment to shine. So thank you so much for carving that out for us. I'd like to thank our Sony Interactive teams. We had a small army working on this thing, so these big games don't come with a few people. The music team, the dialogue team, everyone.
Yeah, really to thank my dialogue team. They really helped me a ton, and to our writers, for Matt and Rich, for supporting us and everything that we did. And honestly to Sony in general for supporting us women in general in the industry, the video game industry in general. The game industry in general has been such a welcoming and warming and an amazing experience for me, not only as a sound designer, but as a woman and a girl coming from Hawaii. Hey, this is a pretty good career. All right, thank you, everyone.
Speaking of Valentine's Day, hello, Christina Lynn and Kira back home in California. I love you.
Please welcome former studio director of Alchemy Labs and co-founder of a double top secret unannounced new venture, Cy Wise.
Hi, new friends. Many of us have dreamed of immersive reality since we were kids, and how cool is it that we're finally here? Not only has VR and AR officially arrived, but every year developers are getting better at refining new and deeper levels of innovation. Here are the nominees for Immersive Reality Technical Achievement.
The nominees for Immersive Reality Technical Achievement are Astrobot Rescue Mission, Beat Saber. Dr. Gordbort's Invaders. Tonandi. Torn.
And the winner is... Oh, paper. Tonandi.
Wow. Really didn't think we'd be up here tonight. The other nominees are so good, and shout out to Dr. G out there too. Love you. Big thank you to Sigur Rós and their team for trusting us with their music and going on this incredible journey with us. A big thank you to our team back in Florida. We have Rebecca Barkin, John Cannon, Elizabeth Gonzalez. It was a really small team who put this together.
Yeah, also thanks to the band for their inspiring music. You know, it's humbling accepting an award for technical achievement coming from a place like Magic Leap. And, you know, the real achievement is the device itself, and it's like so many people worked for so many years. You know, people in the hardware, software, design, computer vision, creating this new platform. And we're just this, you know, this layer on top that gets to stand up here and hang out with you guys. So, you know, this is for everyone at Magic Leap, really. And lastly, I want to thank Roni, our founder. Basically, it's his passion for art and music that is really why we're here, and he believed in this project since day one. And so, thanks, Roni.
Thank you all.
Immersive reality is the most human technology we have. It's the only platform that allows us to interact directly with a medium in a deeply personal way. Each year, we push forward into creating meaningful experiences that change our relationship with games. Let's look at some of the amazing content that has gotten us one step closer to realizing what this incredible medium can do.
The nominees for Immersive Reality Game of the Year are Astrobot Rescue Mission, Beat Saber, Moss, Sprint Vector,
Hachi Machi! Look at that speed! It's like they don't even know what's coming!
Transference,
And the winner is Beat Saber.
Wow, this is absolutely incredible achievement, not just for our super small studio, but for the whole Czech Republic and Slovakia from where we are coming from. Thank you. I think right now it's really, really important to put all the effort into creating games for VR in the best possible quality what we can achieve. Because we are in, like VR is in a little bit weird position that some people don't believe that it could be the future. But we believe that it can. Thank you.
Please welcome a game director and writer known for her work on the Legacy of Kain, Jak and Daxter, and Uncharted series. She's one of the most influential creatives in our industry, Amy Hennig.
Very sweet. Come on, we got envelopes. The final 2 envelopes, no pressure at all, right? All right. So directing a Hollywood movie has got to be a lot of pressure and really difficult, right? Now, not only do you have a strict budget constraints, but you're working with a unique crew of individuals, each with their diverse talents, to deliver on this creative vision that you probably agreed to months, if not years ago. Now, multiply all of that by 3. 3 times the budget, 3 times the crew, 3 times the moving parts. And no matter what the scale, at the end of the day, you still have to deliver on that collective creative vision. So that's what it's like to direct a game. And this year, the nominees made it look easy.
The nominees for Outstanding Achievement in Game Direction are Florence, God of War, Marvel's Spider-Man, Red Dead Redemption 2, Return of the Obra Dinn,
And the winner is God of War.
Roy's mother is dead. She wished her.
She wanted us to spread her ashes in the highest peak in all the realms.
He doesn't know, does he? About your true nature or his own?
That is none of your concern.
Hello, everybody. Well, okay, so bear with me here, because I've wanted to say this since I was a kid. I'd like to thank the Academy. I know it's completely different, but it still feels good. All right, so I don't think there is a director in this business that is under the illusion that they do any of this by themselves. We are a massive collection of extremely talented people. Can we just agree that perhaps for a long time we've been saying it wrong when we say support role? That actually means fucking developer, okay? Because literally every single aspect of the game that gets touched by every single human being all along the chain, we're talking, you know, anywhere inside of the studio, all the way up to publishing, all the way out to the sort of co-development and outsourcing groups that you work with. These are all developers. These are all the people that are actually making this game possible. So I really, you know, would be remiss if I did not thank Yumi Yang. She is my my sort of production partner throughout all of this. She is the ever-present sounding board. She's the smart one in the relationship. She's the one who will tell me when I am being paranoid and that everyone is not out to get me. And usually she is correct. During the duration of this game, we had two major fights that were potential breakup points. One of them was because I didn't answer text messages. So it was a very great relationship, and I honestly would never have made it through this project without her support. Without the support of Shannon Studstill, without Sean, without Ken Roy, without Scott, all of you believed in me. And you know what, I can't really forget to call out one person very specifically for a very specific reason. Shu. Thank you for being horrified by the game early on. That motivated me to fix things that needed to get fixing, so thank you. There's a huge part about any of these jobs within this industry that are about believing in yourself. And believing in yourself is very hard, but I will challenge that I think the hardest thing is to believe in somebody else. And working with the people that I work with and seeing the leaps that they're willing to make is humbling throughout all of this, because honestly, I did not believe in myself for half of this fucking project. I doubted most of the time that we were even on the right path, or I was completely screwing this up. And there were several people who were very open about telling me that I might have been doing that. That was awesome. But the team that believed in each other, the team that actually put faith in me, even at times when I had no answers to give you, I am thankful forever for that. And this is for every kid who dreamt of telling people crazy stories and then somehow tricking them into doing all the work for them. Thank you, and thank you to everybody.
God of Awards, am I right? Sorry, that was low-hanging fruit. I can't believe nobody said it yet. All right, final envelope. So we all know how tough it is to meet, much less exceed, gamers' expectations. They're a smart, passionate, vocal bunch who know what they like and know what they do not like. As developers, it's our job to continually push the boundaries of our medium, create incredible worlds, tell immersive stories, and try to at least meet the expectations our players have of us. The nominees for Game of the Year, for the Game of the Year award, blew all of these expectations out of the water. Let's take a look.
The nominees for Game of the Year are God of War.
On the day you were born, I made 2 knives. We are not men. We are more than that.
Into the Breach. Marvel's Spider-Man. Red Dead Redemption 2.
Be careful out there. This is nasty country.
Enough!
Return of the Obra Dinn.
And the winner is God of War.
We must do better.
You're giving me your axe?
I'm letting you hold my axe.
Hi, everybody. I'm a little nervous up here, even though I'm in front of my extended family, so forgive me. I have my little mini teleprompter here. I'm going to pass this back, please. Amazing team, amazing creatives. The story of what it took to win this award today goes way deeper than crafting a video game. It's many, many personal journeys of passion, conviction, sacrifice, creativity, accomplishment, all wrapped in the belief of a steadfast vision. Thank you, Corey, for that amazing vision. And to Yumi Yang, who could not be here tonight, unfortunately. She is the heart of this production team. I want to personally thank everybody up on this stage, along with the rest of the team back home. Let me see, sorry, I'm losing my... the commitment that you had not only to the game and the vision, but the undying perseverance and partnership in realizing their individual true capability. That takes courage and a lot of commitment. And the fact that we were able to work together to bring this beautiful vision and the new world and life into the psyche of our amazing fans and our fellow developers, this new realization of God of War will live in the minds of our great fans and developers forever. On behalf of the team, I'd like to thank the Academy for giving us this amazing industry recognition and the place that we can be celebratory in our achievements, so thank you for that. And to my children, every day I go home and they're able to lift me up and give me that last breath of keeping me going and really helping me to realize the future of what this industry offers them and offers the world at large. I'd also like to share this moment with everybody within Sony PlayStation. Their ongoing devotion to God of War is priceless. We would not be on this stage today without the level of support and commitment from everybody throughout the organization, so thank you. We are all very honored to work with the company leadership, Sean, Shu, and everybody that rallies around making sure that we have everything we need on an ongoing basis to live in the quality bar expectations that we put forth amongst ourselves. And to Scott Rohde, who's there every day for me. And a great sounding board, and really supporting ways in which we can look at continuing to invest in the art and the development of game development. Thank you, everybody. Corey?
I think I said all the interesting things I'm going to say already. But I realized one thing, that I did not thank my wonderfully patient wife, who put up with a lot throughout all of this. She's Swedish and I still don't speak Swedish, so she's putting up with a hell of a lot. My son, who is a huge inspiration for all of this, all of the children of the Santa Monica team were inspirations, stories from each individual's lives that sort of fueled our own story. So thank you for that. Look, there's like two paths we can go in this industry. There's the cynicism and there's sort of the desire to do something great. And I know that it's easy on the internet when a lot of people kind of just say, you're phoning it in and, oh, you screwed this game up and blah, 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 blah. But they don't realize is that every single one of us sets out to make something great. And then somewhere along the way, the schedule gets shortened and the budget gets cut. But I think I see so much amazing work that inspires me, work that prevents me from doing work because I'm playing all of your other work. Slow down a little bit in 2019 because I have things I got to get done. But I think I want to thank everybody here for all the work that you do, because I think that we are walking down that path of great. We are easily tempted by the path of cynicism, but I absolutely believe with the work that I've been seeing, we are all aspiring to do something that mean something more than just things jumping on the screen. And honestly, that's why I'm here and part of this industry, so it makes me fucking proud of all of you. Thank you.
Corey, get off the stage!
Jesus!
How many times do you need to be here? He's been up 9 times. He couldn't have done that.
Yeah, we were backstage, and I'm like, it's a good thing he decided to wear his track pants today since he's up and down these stairs a lot.
Yeah, just a bit.
Yeah.
Right?
Thanks for that. All right, folks, that is it for the show. Thank you so much to the Academy for having us host again this year. It means a lot to us. Greg and I are always feeling like it's extra special to share these moments with you guys.
Yeah, it's never lost on us, right, that we're the only 2 people on stage that have nothing to do with making games, which is weird, but it's also a great opportunity for us to stand in for all of the millions of lives you touch, the gamers you play. Corey mentioned the cynicism, and if there's one thing I try to drive home all the time on podcasts when I talk to you guys, is that remember, the people who want to be assholes and dickheads on the internet are a vocal minority. There's the overwhelming silent majority plays what you create, they love it, and they go about their lives enriched with your art. So thank you for making it so.
Thank you, guys. And despite what Greg was saying, it's now time to surprise release our video game.
Nope, we ran out of time. Those speeches were really long.
Yeah. You guys were feeling it this year.
Yeah, exactly. All right, everybody, let's go party. We'll see you soon.
Good night,
everybody.
Bye. Cheers.
Cheers. Great work as always. I love you.